Hello, my name is Edward Bolton, and this is my third presentation for CM-320. And this time I'm focusing on YouTube analytics and monetization. So the major highlights to me, I think it would be, telling you your view count, obviously, but also over time, over the last month, over various periods of time, the average view duration and the watch time. And it just shows you like the trending of your subscribers over time within various periods of time, and just like a summary of your last month, your top videos in the last 48 hours. It can give you useful information in that way. But what I was really interested in was the impressions. So how often people have seen your video, like its thumbnail, scrolled past it, right? But what's even more important in conjunction with that is the impression click-through rate, right? So telling how often they actually clicked onto the contents of your video, right? Also things like the traffic source. Where are your views coming from? Are they clicking you in a playlist? Are they coming from like another site? Are they finding you in a certain part of YouTube, right? So altogether, it's a very comprehensive overview of how you can navigate through the analytics tab and find exactly what you need to find. So how will I use YouTube analytics in the development of my series? I want to focus in on impressions and the click-through rate. And what I want to do is use it as feedback for my thumbnails, to these eye-catching thumbnails that catch people's attention and allows me to know what they like and how I can make a broader kind of impression on the world, so to speak. And by altering these thumbnails and even the titles of the videos, and I can also mess around with the tags. Generally, by doing that, I think I'll reach a wider and more diverse audience to bring them into my videos. Also, the traffic sources. I want to see from where are my views coming, and it will allow me to greater focus on those areas and double down in a way to strengthen my strengths and also improve my weaknesses on the side. So like generally, I think it's kind of a two-punch kind of a approach where you can work on your weaknesses and strengthen your strengths, right? So I guess from there, I would go to say, what does it take to be monetized on YouTube? Well, first, the eligibility requirements are pretty simple. You need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, 4,000 watch hours over the last year, over the last 12 months. It can't just be all together, right? And I think that I understand why they have those certain policies in place to, it's only going to be worth it for them if there's a certain level of viewership. There's also, you have to adhere to the YouTube policies, so YouTube's community guidelines, the terms of service, copyright rules, and the advertiser-friendly content guidelines. So you got to show appropriate things for how you set it up. And yeah, I understand the necessity of those as very prominent things. There's also the two-step verification that you have to enable with your Google account, to protect your account. There's also the linked AdSense account if you really want to make money. You have to set that up separately to receive your payments. And also no active community guideline strikes. You cannot be someone violating their policies and still expect to get paid, right? Very common sense sort of things going on there. So what would be the advantages and disadvantages fundamentally in terms of getting monetized or not being monetized? Well, obviously the benefits are obvious. You make money. Everyone loves money. That money might allow you to reinvest into better equipment. It may allow you to take a full-time job doing YouTube or a greater amount of time doing YouTube, more of a focus on it, right? And like, yeah, that's pretty self-evident. I'd say the disadvantages is you could get demonetized if you violate the policies or drop below like 4,000 watch hours. You might get restrictions from lots of different kinds of ads, but mostly the biggest risk, I think, fundamentally, is the copyright claim system. You might you might get demonetized or even strikes that could threaten your YouTube channel, and you invest a lot into that channel, so having it ripped away from you could be a really painful experience after all the effort that you put forward into properly developing it over time. But that just kind of comes with the territory, and as you become bigger, I know that you can reach out and get people at YouTube to work with you and advocate on your behalf. But it is inherent to the risk, that tension there. So you need to be careful with the way that you present your content and behave on the platform, obviously. So yeah, this was Edward Bolton, and this is my third presentation here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and you have a great week.